Welcome to some Hockey Ultimate Team action here on EA Sports. I'm James Cybulski, and these are a couple of fun squads. I'm looking forward to this. The time for talk, the time for hype's over. It's time to drop the puck now. The Kraken have won the opening face-off and take possession here at the start. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Chance in front, and he denies that great opportunity there. Here's a short pass to Sider. There's a great glove save by Saros.
Forwards and defenders are always taught to cradle an egg when they're young. It's almost like his pads are cradling an egg. I mean, so soft, hardly any rebounds let off in front of him.
Shot! Oh, he got a piece of it to keep it out. Works it across to Cole. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Laine. Feed to the middle, and it's blocked. Tries to feed it over to Moore. The Czechs take it along the wall. The Kraken have it in their own zone. Shakes off the coverage. Shuts it down with the paddle. What a stop. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Still scoreless in this one. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Bouchard's got it in the defensive end. Takes a hit, he goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Perfetti's got it in the offensive zone. And he sidesteps the check there. Moves it quickly over to Perfetti. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Centering pass, and that's stopped. And he had the answer on that one. Loses his balance on the play. Tries to get the puck over to Pratt. Here's a shot. Blocker save. And there's the whistle icing the call. More than half the period has expired. Still no score in this one. New Jersey's won the draw inside the offensive. He scores!
Well, this was a key face-off win, knowing that your opponent is tired and fatigued after that icing call. When you get to that dot, you got to get hovered over. You got to win it clean, and that's what happens. And they're able to execute with a goal perfectly.
New Jersey's done a nice job staying with their game, and it finally pays off here, Cheryl, with a goal. Yeah,
when you trust the process and you stay to task, this is exactly what happens. You have good habits, you find a way to get it done, and you execute. Now you got to build on it.
Scores! Tie game!
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now, staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. When you can play with speed off the rush, it is so dangerous and effective. He is known for it, James. He opens up his ice, and what a beautiful feed to execute on that goal.
Center's gliding up to the face-off dots here. Fantilli's won it. Miller's taking it from his own end. Moves the puck inside the offensive zone. And he slides it quickly to Sider. Into the corner now. Quick pass to Miller. And he's taken down. The official's arm signaling for a penalty. Puck scooped up by Miller. Here we go. Goaltenders at the bench. They've got the extra attacker out with the delayed penalty. Moves it to Miller. With possession along the wall. Takes a shot, and that's off target as it hits a body. Here comes the call from the official.
You have to constantly remind yourself to move your feet and get closer to the action. You wind up reaching, you take the feet out of your opponent, and you wind up with a tripping call. First power play opportunity for this team. It's going to start in the face-off circle, getting possession with the win, and then looking to set up.
Offense's zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Along the half wall with the puck. The Kraken have possession along the boards. Hangs on to the puck, trying to gain a step. He's clear! Great save! The Kraken have gained control of the puck in their own zone. First period nearly in the books here. And he slides it quickly to Subban. And he gets his glove out to stop the pinball shot. And now he moves it quickly to Kaprizov. And that's broken up by Niedermayer. Both teams back to even strength as the power play comes up empty-handed, and we are still tied.
Well, I really like this PK unit, James. Just working in sync, almost as if they're on a pendulum or a string together, knowing exactly what the other is going to do, and a reason they're still tied.
Well, there's the horn ending period number 1, but this one is far from over. Lots more action to go. Second period is just around the corner. Well, a fun start to the night so far, and still plenty of action as we get ready for period number 2. A tightly contested 20 minutes to start. Let's see if this continues here in the second. Well, we've seen a pretty good sample size already played thus far. Cheryl, your assessment.
The Czechs need to step up offensively and more confidence with the puck, James. They're really not entering with any conviction, and they're staying on the perimeter. They have a minority of shots, and they're lucky. They're real lucky that this game is still tied.
The Kraken have it on the attack. Here's a pass in front, and he shuts down a great scoring chance there. Heads to the back of the net. And he sprints to the bench to get the extra attacker out on the ice. Play blown dead. Let's get the call.
Well, the official was right there to make the tripping call, and it's a pretty easy one as the stick gets caught up in his opponent's skates.
The power play unit goes right back to work.
Power plays, more time on the ice, the ability to get that puck moving. These players know exactly what they're doing. They work on it in practice. Spoke to some of them earlier today at the pregame, and they talked about the execution and the precision in particular with their puck movement.
They score! Situation critical and clutch.
Well, they take advantage of the player advantage here, James. I love that it's not static. There's a ton of motion. They decide not just to stay on the perimeter. They attack, and they're rewarded for their efforts.
The Kraken have a little breathing room now, up by 1 in the second.
Yeah, and it's a real important time right now, James. They've got the go-ahead goal. Now it's about having the killer instincts. Play in attack mode, stay aggressive. There's a lot of runway left, but if you can get another, you can really sink your opponent.
Picked up along the boards by Miller. And now it's grabbed by Solani. Quick feed to Perfetti. Lights him up into the boards. Can't maintain possession after that hit. Inside the offensive end, now down the left. New Jersey's gained possession along the boards. Slides it on over to Alfredson. Takes the pass. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Shuts him down. Wolf's going to hang on for a whistle, and Staying focused is key when you haven't seen a lot of work here, Cheryl.
Well, it's part of their mental preparation as a goaltender. Even when you're not busy, you have to stay dialed in, follow the action. He's doing exactly that, and he makes a nice cover.
Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Bouchard's lugging the puck. Sends it ahead. Oh, what a chance here! Dishes it off! Head connect on that feed. New Jersey's got the puck along the boards. Right on the doorstep. Scores! And we are tied. New game here, Pounder.
Oh, yeah, it's a new game, James. But I really like the pushback to get the equalizer. Now it's what they do with that momentum. This next shift, it's critical. There's no contest who's going to win that puck battle, James. Even if he's not first to it, he's going to find a way to come out with it because he knows how to hound the puck, and he finds a way to turn it into offense and score.
Here in the back half of this period, the next goal could be a big one as we are tied. And off the draw, they win the faceoff. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. And now he passes up to Niedermeyer. Moves it around along the half wall. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. Skates to the crease. He scores! Oh, wow, what a shot off the rush.
Well, what a catch and release, hey, James. I mean, when you are able to shoot that puck in stride, it is disguised. Goaltender has no idea where it's going. Well, he's got one of the most lethal shots in the league, James. If you give him just a little bit too much time and space and allow him to shoot in stride, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to wind up in the back of your net.
The Kraken have jumped in front by one here in the second.
And let's just see if now they take a breath, James, and the game opens up a little bit. Often when you get the lead, all of a sudden you start to be a little bit more creative. Trust yourself because you're playing a little more confident.
Quick feed down low. Puck picked up by Miller. Heads deep inside the offensive zone. Sider's got the puck. New Jersey's gained possession. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Oh, how did he get a piece of that to make the save?
He's able to make a clean save on that wrister, James. A quick release shot, and he's square to it.
It's a 2-on-1. Passes it over. Saros has the puck and holds on for a whistle. Here in the late goings of the period, 3-2 is where we're sitting. McBain's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Great heads-up play to poke it away in the offensive end. Getting a little physical out there, but still holds on to the puck. Moves it on over. They've got an odd-man rush here. Oh, it's stopped! Oh, my goodness, what a save! Wolf's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. The frozen biscuits dropped, and we are back underway here. And he moves it up to Solani. And look at the hustle here as they wave off the icing, Cheryl.
Well, intangible, that is the word this coach is looking for. The aggressive ability to get on that puck and negate icing.
And that'll bring an end to the second period of play. Let's get a clean sheet of ice and come back with the third period next. Welcome back, everybody. You know you weren't going to miss this third period. Sabalski, Pounder ready to bring you the action. Final frame is underway here. Well, with 2 periods played, Pounder, your thoughts?
New Jersey's got to be better in the third period, no question about it. They've got to be more aggressive on the puck, and they've got to attack the lanes when they get the opportunity. They've had very few shots on net, and they're fortunate this is a close game. If they want to get back in it, they got to get into the offensive zone. They got to get net front presence, and they have to shoot at all costs.
The Kraken have the puck against the boards. The Czechs get a hold of it, and a good use of the body to knock the puck loose. Now over to Laine. Lugs the puck into the corner of the offensive zone. Looks to set up at the point now. Oh, he had him beat, but it goes off the inside post. Takes the feed. Sneaks by the poke check. And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. Yeah, that's a bad pass, and they'll be forced to do this over again. Picked up along the wall by Miller. Gaining steam inside the neutral zone. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there.
Well, you can see everyone in and around the net looking for any garbage that's left in front, but I'm telling you, he controls everything. He's got magic pads. He's able to hold on to it.
The Kraken have gained control of the puck along the wall. Angles it over to Solani. Jostling for the puck, and he loses control. Here's a short pass to Kaprizov. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Oh, and that doesn't go well. Carries it across the line. Knocked around, but keeps it going. They score! My goodness, what a shot of the one-timer!
Man, has he ever dialed in? Hey, James, just showing his low center of gravity and battle, compete, and will for the puck. That is a power move, being able to withstand that kind of pressure, come out with the puck to make a play for a goal.
The Kraken have extended the lead to 2 here in the midway mark of this third period, and now they can see the finish line, right?
They can certainly see the finish line. I mean, more of a secure lead for sure. Changes the mindset of this game. I think they still need to continue to attack, play aggressive, but they also have to recognize when they're in a defensive structure to be responsible. The game is in the loom here. They got to see it out.
He got all of that one. It's a 2-on-1. Here's a pass. Digging in defensively to stop that rush. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Ovechkin. Fires it on net. What a blocker save by Wolf.
As a defender, you love when your goaltender has this kind of rebound control. Makes your life so much easier.
Moves the puck along the half wall. And the save. Saros keeps it for the whistle, and I'll tell you what, this team would be lost without his performance tonight.
He's been incredible, James. I mean, so dynamic between the pipes, and really the only reason his team's still in this game.
Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Stankoven's got it along the boards. And that goes off a player in front. Quick feed to Bratt. Great breakaway, and that's broken up.
Oh, James, he thought he had that one. He used his speed to get that breakaway, and then all of a sudden the defender comes out of nowhere and stops the opportunity.
Great play. Here's a shot, and that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Poked away at center by Ekblad. Oh, what a move with the stick. He's got a chance in front. Makes the save. Oh, that's clutch city there.
It's not about how many. It's about the timing of them, James. And this is absolutely pivotal time of the game to make that save. Now momentum is in their favor.
Getting into the later stages of this period. Lots of offense here tonight. 4-2 is where we're sitting. Scheifele's won the draw inside his own end. Slides it diagonally to Tarasenko. Loses the coverage there. On the attack along the boards. Takes the feed at the point. Oh, what a great save by Saros.
When this puck is on his stick on the point, you know that he's taking the shot each and every time. I'm telling you what, I would not get in the way of that thunderclap. Man, it is so strong. It is a bomb.
And he's pulled over to the ice and loses the puck. Oh, what a move! Picks off the feed. Moves the puck up to Laine. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Too much congestion blocks the shot. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. And that'll close the book on this one as the final horn sounds. What an energy in the building tonight here, Cheryl. I mean, this thing had a little bit of everything, and I didn't want it to end.
Well, in particular in the first period with a number of goals, high-flying offense, but then everyone kind of settled in throughout the game and got back to playing some defensive hockey.